what's most interesting about the story to many of us is how someone as sophisticated and well-educated and successful as you would fall for this guy's lies.
Yeah.
That's what we all want to know, right? Because in our heads, we want to say, oh, I would never. But I mean, I have covered enough of these stories to know, don't ever say that, because 9 times out of 10, the person being targeted has a bio not unlike yours. For some reason, these con men go for the sophisticated, smart types.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, similar with cults. They actually need somebody who's got a certain level of intelligence, because it's almost like you can't train you need somebody who's got a certain level of intelligence to be able to pull off this long, slow manipulation. And I mean, I've spoken to people who have PhDs in clinical psychology, attorneys even, who've had their world turned upside down in a way that they never expected. And so, again, that's what I write about in my book, is really taking the reader along with me through this sort of nightmarish journey about getting manipulated over time, and really trying to, as honestly as I could, even in places where I felt it didn't reflect well on me, to help people understand how this happens and also the psychology behind it. And that's really also what was left out of the show.
Have you ever heard the story of, I'm going to mess up her, is it Anderson? Benita is her first name, NBC journalist who got lured in by this doctor who said he had figured out a way to do prosthetic, Benita Alexander, to do prosthetic tracheas on people. And long story short, he was a big fraud. And he convinced her that they were going to go and be married in Rome by the Pope, even though she was divorced. And also, she's a newswoman. You can't find more cynical mofos than news producers. And she got lured in. And what she said at the end, Sarma, is something that of our interview, you might relate to, which was, because she's also very smart. He needed her to be smart because that's where the Jones came from. Like, it wasn't going to be fun for him if she were too easy a mark.
Yes. I mean, part of why this can happen is because certainly, whether it's my wiring or whatever it is, but it's like I couldn't fathom that somebody could be so diabolical. And also his motivation, it wasn't that clear, because, it's not like in the end of this, he walked away with all of this money that he took from me. He just, spent it, gambled it away. That wasn't the point for him.